7 News continues to celebrate Black History Month, and new at 4 o'clock, we're taking you inside the Washington Informer. 3 generations of writers have covered and influenced the DMV Black community for nearly 60 years.
7 News DC Bureau Chief Sam Ford shows us how the newspaper has evolved and what it means to write for a family weekly.
I started writing, let's see, that was elementary school, when I was in middle school. Or junior high school, we called it then.
Publisher Denise Rolark Barnes says she's been writing for or running the weekly, the Washington Informer, since she was 14 years old. Here she is at 16, interviewing the late great basketballer Wilt Chamberlain and TV's Bill Cosby on the same day.
Who's going to tell our story better than we can tell it?
That's a philosophy she inherited from her late father, Calvin Rolark Sr., a busy Texas native who created the paper in 1964. A decade later, he also founded the United Black Fund, akin to the United Way, and the first Martin Luther King parades, among other causes. When UDC students went on strike in 1989,
I want them to know that we're going to see to it that they get plenty of food and everything else to drink. If they need doctors, we'll get them in here. This is their building. I'm a taxpayer.
So what do you think about the controversy between the students and the trustees? Who's right?
Long overdue. The students are right.
And Denise says his first-generation policy is still hers. The Informer does not cover who she calls the 1 or 2% of blacks involved in negative activity, crime.
98, 99% are really contributing to our community, and those are the ones we need to be telling the stories about.
The newspaper upstairs, downstairs, social media, run by the third generation. Her 30-something son's territory. Lafayette Barnes Jr. and Desmond Barnes have a TV studio where shows are done and artists perform for their social media, online TV shows. Lafayette and a cousin created the Bridge Insert.
It's a millennial-facing brand of the Washington Informer. We in this edition, we're discussing the new sounds of the DMV.
Desmond's focus is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. He's also a songwriter.
I've written for some major artists, some television commercials, NFL.
But the main focus for all, says Denise, is the Informer, which has seen its circulation double to 50,000 since the pandemic began, on paper and online. It has served the D.C. area nearly 60 years, and she hopes much longer.
My husband and I have constantly reminded them of this opportunity, that this is here for them, and this is an institution that we have to nurture and take care of for the benefit of our entire community.
Reporting from Southeast Washington, I'm Sam Ford, 7 News.